True confession, I'm a novice at finger limes. I live in North Florida where it does freeze during the winter. We have pretty good freezes. This year we didn't because it was such a mild winter. And so I've found 3 different finger lime plants at different times in Home Depot. It's almost like they were an accident because they were marked down. Apparently nobody was buying them, probably because they're thornier than a porcupine, and they're different. Um, but anyway, I have 3, and they were side by side in my garden this year in pots. And one looks like it's dead, but it's not. One looked like it was dead, but now it's blooming like crazy. And we're talking like total leaf drop, brown branches. Some of those branches are definitely dead. And then one that was with all those um, is just fine. It's green. It hasn't put out a lot of growth over the winter, but it's just fine. So I'm not sure what's going on here. We did have barely a freeze a couple times this year, but it certainly didn't hurt that one finger lime. So I'm not a finger lime expert. This is not a how to grow finger lime video. I'm just like perplexed. I'm just curious about what's going on. I am going to show you them, and then I'm going to prune the ones that look like they're dead really harshly, give them some fertilizer, and see if we can bring them back to jubilant life, something that looks like an actual living plant, because they're pretty rough right now. So here's finger lime plant number 1. It looked like a mass of dead brown wood a few weeks ago. I put it out under a dripping faucet to keep it nice and moist throughout the day, added some Miracle Grow, and now I've got new growth and blossoms. In fact, a lot of blossoms. So I have high hopes for this plant. I'm going to prune it back and move it back into the regular area. I think it's healthy enough now. So that's plant number 1. Again, a mysterious browning and die-off, and then rejuvenation, possibly due to cold weather, but it was a pretty minor freeze, the couple of freezes that we had this winter here in North Florida. Here's finger lime plant number 2. Massive browning, looked like a completely lost cause, but I've been watering it, miracle growing it, hanging on to every last bit of hope. And way out here, there's some brand new growth starting. So again, I'm going to prune it very carefully because it's pretty spiky, take it down a bit, and try and rejuvenate it. Finger lime plant number 3. It was in the same area, literally shoulder to shoulder with the other 2 plants. This one is a red finger lime. This is the first one I ever bought. It was dried up and discounted at Home Depot, so I grabbed it because I had heard of finger limes but never seen one before. So it made its same winter as the other plants just fine. It may be that the other 2, being green finger limes, are more cold sensitive. I'm really not sure. Again, I'm a novice with finger limes. But this one is doing pretty good. It just needs a pot cleanup and some fertilizer. So there we go. This is not a how-to. This is here are my finger limes. 2 are almost dead, but maybe recoverable, and one seems to be doing okay kind of video. All right, good luck with your finger limes, and feel free to comment.